Harry and Princess Eugenie at the Super Bowl. What was the true story? And why, as ever, has it backfired for Prince Harry in the PR marketing terms? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you today. I hope you're all keeping well, as ever. And this particular story obviously broke around the world because we haven't seen much of Harry, looking like he's been enjoying himself. Ooh, wonder who let him out on a leash for a short period. I mean that with kindness, obviously. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because Harry, we didn't realise, was such a big Super Bowl fan. This is the event, in case you don't know, that it is a huge event over in the United States, mainly because of the halftime entertainment and more so because of the adverts. They make these very special ads that they screen throughout the Super Bowl, and they can go for millions of dollars. Not quite sure why, because I don't really think people actually buy into that, do you? Or is it just me as ever? Interesting to note though that this particular story seemingly has backfired, and here's the reason why. As we know, Prince Harry popped up with Princess Eugenie on her favoured seats, shall we say, prime seats, in the middle of course, the Super Bowl. No problems for Prince Harry with the clicking cameras, or indeed, apparently, security. Amazing, isn't it? He can go to such a big event with all those thousands of people, and seemingly that security can cope with it. But a trip back here to the United Kingdom, seemingly not, even though he's been offered the protection of his father, His Royal Highness Prince Charles' personal security team. All rather baffling. But more so, this is the reason why people are angry, because as we know, on the previous day, which should have garnered lots and lots of headlines, was none other than Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, making her debut on BBC Children's Television, reading The Owl That Was Afraid of the Dark. This was a far more worthy cause, in my opinion, because she was trying to highlight, of course, Children's Mental Health Week, another one of her charities that's very dear to her. Now, as you can imagine, over here in the United Kingdom, this simply pushed off Catherine from the front pages. Yes, people were delighted, they enjoyed it, they thought it was wonderful, but it didn't necessarily get the maximum PR that it should have done. Now, I'm not suggesting for one moment that Prince Harry and Princess Eugenie decided to just basically try and eclipse. That is when the Super Bowl is, and that's when they decided to attend, alongside a lot of other stars, including, apparently, Harry's close friend, the chat show host, Ellen. She was there too. But it is interesting that Meghan wasn't there. Apparently she was busy looking after the two children. Surprising when you think, because you would have thought they wanted to put on a united front, and this was a great, wonderful PR opportunity. But apparently close sources to them decided, whichever way you want to look at it, that Harry and Meghan didn't want to necessarily hijack anything that was going on elsewhere around the world. Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't play well once again for the PR spin that is the Harry and Meghan show. By the way, if you haven't checked out the Duchess of Cambridge reading of the children's book, do. Try and support her online. It's a wonderful reading, and as ever, she is behind a wonderful cause. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.